close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
Enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army Strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/therightseat. That's safercar.gov/therightseat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by GetSchooled and the Ad Council.
Hot topics. Hot topics. Hot topics.
To, not hot topic, we'll do that a little bit later, but right now we're about to start a new segment because I don't think nobody knows more about Atlanta Falcons than her, but I could be wrong. Am I wrong, Mace? Let's get into this.
See, listen, all that. He's just mad because I reminded everybody about his video again the other day.
Yeah.
It just popped up on
Dear Facebook.
It just popped up on my
After
timeline.
2 years, this should be done.
I had to share it.
Why is that video still in circulation?
I had to share it.
They
It
do
pops
memories.
up.
They do
Right,
memories.
right.
But
It
why
pops
is
up.
that video
Because everybody laughs at it on a weekly basis.
it gets likes every year.
Yeah.
Man. Who am I to just keep posting the video like that, y'all?
You're not posting it. Facebook is.
That's what I'm saying. But so who am I to man, take that down, man. Let me report that.
Right.
I'm gonna report that.
You're
Eric about to break us down with
entertained
this
too.
Falcons report for all our ATLians out there, man, be able to check it out. Erica's going to be breaking it down. We also going to do a report like this every week on our page so we can grow a little bit too. So, Erica, talk to us about what happened with this weekend.
Well, I must say, I've been to Mercedes-Benz. I went to I'm a season ticket holder member and, all that good stuff of the team. So, of course, we went to our open house. That was great. But I must tell you, the atmosphere on Sunday night with the roof open, don't make out no roof.
It really don't.
And the cool animation, did y'all see the cool animation of the Falcon coming alive?
Yeah. No, I was watching.
So
I forgot what I was watching.
Awesome.
I didn't see the game. So.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You were probably over there crying in your pillow.
No. I was watching CSI.
You weren't crying in your cowboy pillow.
No, I hadn't even broke that stuff out
How many
yet.
yards did Zeke have?
I don't know. This is the Falcon report. Let's keep going.
So we'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Let's talk Falcons.
Maceo don't want to talk about his team.
This all Falcons.
That's right. So anyway, but just the atmosphere. It was just awesome. I'm telling you, the whole team coming out. And to see them, I guess somebody talked to Sark or he said, look, I wasn't showing all my stuff the first week. Y'all need to calm down. I think that's what it was. I think he just said, I'm not going to show all my stuff the first week. And to be honest, I think in Chicago, one of the main problems was that we're a fast team. And we could not get fast on that crappy field they had up there. I'm like, what is this?
Pretty rough up there.
It was terrible. I mean, all the slipping that was going on, so.
Professional field.
Right. To be in our house and get that done and see the speed of the guy getting back there, getting to Aaron Rodgers and creating and wreaking havoc on that team was just awesome. It was a great sight to see. I mean, because of course after, barely beating Chicago, y'all barely beat Chicago, we're going to drop y'all down. We're going to drop y'all down behind the Patriots that got smashed at home. Wow. So, I mean, it was just great to see the speed of the team, to see the improvement of the defense. At first, that first game, I was like, well, is Trufant just, is he not ready to hit anybody? He's not sure about that shoulder yet. But he came out. He did what he needed to do. He got us, a beautiful interception. That interception was awesome that he got. And, then to pick up the ball, return it back for a touchdown. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. And, of course, the other thing that I appreciate what Sark did that dummy in San Francisco didn't do was run the ball. You throw when you absolutely have to throw.
What you call dude?
Oh my gosh,
okay.
My child in here. I'm not going.
Yeah, let's keep going. Okay.
I call him what I call him.
Like, see, you trying to throw stuff with that? She got
I was trying to just make sure I just go back and watch the recording.
Right, exactly.
What are your thoughts, Erica, on the offensive line? I mean, we had a new right guard for the first 2 years. What are your thoughts? 2 weeks. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, of course, that part right there is going to be, a learning progress for him this year to work with those guys. But the other thing about it is we're solid. Even when I had to go back, of course, to look at the game because, I just have to go back and look at it after tailgating all day. But,
right.
What you doing to
that cup?
We was eating.
Yeah, I don't want to know what's in that cup.
Barbecue.
Keep it moving.
Anyway, so, so when I went back to look at the game, I didn't realize that Schroeder actually got hurt on that first touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, just to bring old boy in there, and he does not miss a beat, and we are still running the ball. We are still throwing the ball. Great protection for Matt. I just think that we're all good, even with the injuries with Beasley. Everybody's like, should we give Dwight Freeney a call? I think Tack got on his jersey is going to move into Beasley's spot. We've got Ish, who has been coming in and out. Ish can slide in. He's a bulked up. He's playing linebacker now. So I don't think that we are miss a beat even and still have depth on the team.
When we come back, man, we're going to talk about this week what we're looking forward to Detroit. And also, make sure it's breaking out for all those who are in our pool, who's leading and where we at as a group. So stay with us. It's The Crush.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face. And posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a
I
cold
want to be
day.
a football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch, move, skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
We're right now in our Falcons report. Look at Erica right now talking about the game. We talked about it. Good 2-0 is a good start. What do you think right now as a team mentality? As far, because people like to bring up the old, February 6th. I can't even say the game.
Right. Right.
What do you think right now as a team where they're at?
I honestly believe them when they say that they had their cleansing going on. I mean, it is something, of course, that you'll never forget because you knew you had it in hand, and if you had just taken care of business just by running the ball, Kyle, all you had to do was run the freaking ball. I don't understand that, but anyway, we're not gonna go into that because I have not watched the game. I have not watched 1 second. Every time a highlight come on, I turn channel.
That's terrible.
1 second.
That's
1
terrible.
second.
You got to watch it.
Why?
I'm just saying,
You just
can't
said
move
why?
forward until you understand the past. What happened?
I know what happened. That dummy didn't run the ball.
I'm just saying, but you have to watch it.
No, I saw it one time. One time was enough.
Okay.
I think I saw it the next week. Everybody like, you crazy. I was like, I just got to get it out.
Really?
I saw it. All right, so we're going into this new week, 2-0. Detroit is what? Are they 2-0?
They're 2-0.
Your thoughts? We saw Detroit last night, everybody.
Right.
Your thoughts on this week? What the Falcons got to do? We'll be in Detroit this week.
I am not impressed with their secondary. I think that Julio will be just fine. And the thing about it, even if Julio is not fine, that's why I love this team. Double Julio if you want to. Please double Julio. Because we got something for you. We got Sanu, we got Gabriel, we got Robinson, we got Free that can catch the ball out the backfield. And if Coleslaw, that's Coleman, I call him Coleslaw. If Coleslaw have a little bit of space, he gonna get you some nice yards. He's not creative like Freeman is.
They seem to like Coleman more than Devontae right now.
I mean, because he's fast. He's a fast guy. But he does not create on his own. He has to have that fullback in there. He has to have somebody in there that's making that space for him. Otherwise, first hit, he's down. So I don't understand that either. I've already talked to them about that. I've already talked to them about that.
You talked to him?
Yeah, I'm like, stop that. Stop taking him out on 3rd and short. Even if the line is clogged up, guess what? He gonna do a spin move. He gonna do 5 moves and get your first down. 5 moves. Right.
I mean, it just seems like Stark. It's something about Coleman that Stark likes more than Devontae. I hadn't figured it out yet.
But it was the same thing that Shanahan said. The same thing. He said he's one of the best backs he's ever coached. Is what Shanahan said about him last year.
Said it about
Coleslaw.
What you call is the bell cow though. I mean, I just don't understand.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I told you. I talked to them. Y'all need to stop this. So I can't figure it out.
I was wondering when they paid him and Freeman got his money this offseason. It seems like they're not committed to him. I mean, I got a little worried with the concussion early.
Right.
during the preseason.
Mm-hmm. I think that was too far. I'm going to say the same thing that I think you're thinking. I think it was more of, we know what he can do. It ain't even necessary to even put him out there like that.
I'm not worried about preseason.
Yeah, right.
It's more like I say, it's like it's tough situations that I saw in the game and for the first 2 weeks. To me, I'm just like, I'm running Devontae in tough situations, not Coleman.
Right, exactly.
And it just seems like I say I don't know
the opposite of what they're trying to do. Right.
I mean, I don't know. So,
right.
No, I mean the guy is number one is, as Eric Carlin, come and talk to me. He's the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta run him. I just think what Tevin gives him though, because we're in that league, you can break him a little bit. I like when you gotta have your guy fresh, and your bell cow gotta be fresh in the fourth.
Yeah, but they not running Coleman. Like, to me, Coleman is more of a outside zone stretch type runner. And they banging him in the like 3rd and 2. And I'm just like
3rd and 2.
That don't make no sense.
I told you he's not going to create. He's not going to create. He get hit, he's done.
Yeah.
Freeman is a totally different guy. You hit him, he gonna spin out. He go do 5 moves.
He can find the hole. To me, he can find the hole, but he's not a guy that, if to play like 25 lead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might end up being 28 or 29 by the time Freeman run it.
What's the name of our fullback this year? Number 40.
Coleman.
He Coleman too.
Yeah.
He's a Coleman. We got 2 Coleman.
Yeah.
All right. So to stop Matthew Stafford, you gotta get pressure on him.
Right.
So that's what he is. Since Georgia, you put pressure on Stafford.
He gonna throw 10 picks. He will throw you 10 picks.
You put pressure on Stafford, you got to get him. He plays a little better at home, but I say they should win. Maybe I'm wrong.
I totally agree. I just from what I saw last night, it wasn't that they beat the Giants. The Giants beat themselves because they have a horrible offensive line.
That's terrible.
Horrible offensive line, and for some reason, Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham cannot catch. Really, so many unnecessary, wide open dropped passes.
Odell shouldn't have played.
Of course he shouldn't have played.
He shouldn't have played. Odell, if they were smart, they were going to shut Odell down 6 weeks. Detroit figured out early in the game, he's not explosive. No. Let's not even waste double coverage on him. Let's go on and shut down this anemic running game that they do have, and let's just send him home.
But even still, even seeing that he's not explosive, if they had been able to catch 1 or 2 balls, that's how close the game was until the end. If they had been able to catch 1 or 2 wide open balls,
Brandon Marshall
it'd been a totally different day. Which is crazy because Brandon Marshall was good in New York last year.
He's a jag.
Yeah, but like I said, but just like the Saints money on their defense, the Giants will not spend any money on the offensive line.
It's gonna cost them now.
It is.
When we come back, man, we're gonna make sure you got them up.
I got them up. They're ready to go right here.
All right, we about to find out how we did, y'all. So all y'all who in this crush league,
it's still too late. Now some of y'all got a 2 week. Y'all behind 2 weeks, but still jump on in.
We're gonna talk about it. So stay with us.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Uncle Dan? Mom? Dad? If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
I'm taking over this territory. From now on, it's mine.
Hey, we're back, man, and we're about to, with Erica here. Maceo, you got we're doing something new this year, man. Talk to us about what we're doing so far.
So, you know, we always go back and forth about these picks. So I decided that we're going to do it electronically this year. So we won't have to worry about
because somebody be losing their book and I forgot to put that on there.
I lost the book 1 year.
Yeah.
So anyway, right now, out of, of course, you guys can join. Out of us three right now, and it came up in Facebook Members Day. As usual, right now through 2 weeks, I'm in last place. Glaze is in second place. Erica's in first place.
Erica's strong right now.
So Erica right now, she's sitting at 24-7.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Glaze is at 23-8. And Young Herd, the gambler, is at 20-11.
Yeah, and if some sorry old Cowboys had won, I've been all right.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
At least you don't want to talk about Cowboys.
No, I mean, I'm talking about. I told you. See, we got sponsors and stuff going on now. I can't be as reckless as I used to.
With you talking about what's going on with your team,
I can't be. If you notice, we can't be as big of fans as we used to be because this the ugly part of radio right here that I don't like.
Okay.
The corporate part I don't like.
Okay, so the corporate part, even with the corporate part, what's as a reporter?
Right, and that was we can't be impartial to our team.
What is going on with the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, simply, our offense is terrible. 2 games in a row, we're coming out running 5 wide. What is that? Dak is a second-year pro. He's not ready to throw the ball 40 times.
Right.
Cut that out.
Right.
But I don't like my coach. It's on record. I don't like my coach.
But it's a thing that we always say about offenses are too cute these days.
That's all it is.
Right.
Run the ball.
Oh my God! Can you say it again?
Did you say do y'all have a fullback for real?
We do have a fullback.
Y'all have a fullback.
But there's no need. I mean, he plays special teams. Because right now we experimenting with letting Dak come to the line. We going no huddle. 5 wide, and Zeke lined up way outside at receiver. Like, what is that?
And Dez still can't catch the ball.
Well, Dez can't run routes. That's Dez's biggest problem. Dez can't run routes.
And I always surprised. I ain't catch the ball dropped on the floor.
Well, I'm not. You know what? The thing about it is, I'm not gonna say he can't catch. He's always in tight coverage. Cause all he do is run fade stop. That's easy to defend.
Yep.
He don't move around.
Yep.
He always he's an X receiver. He lined up at X. End of story.
So since we're talking picks, I'm gonna give y'all a few next week.
Okay.
In the toilet bowl game.
What's the toilet bowl?
Thursday night game.
Los Angeles, San Francisco.
You know what? NFL. For real NFL.
Is it really, how bad is this?
I mean, I understand the need to have every team play on Thursday night. I understand that. I understand that because everybody has a fan base and they want to see their team. But you could have picked a better matchup than this one. Surely.
Los Angeles, San Francisco, yeah.
Surely.
I'm going to Rams with them ugly helmets.
Yeah, and Aaron Donald, is supposed to be back up to snuff.
Man, Aaron Donald got trapped about 4 times last week. I don't trust him, but
I don't trust San Francisco.
I don't trust San Francisco. I don't trust Brian Hoyer. Yeah.
But San Francisco has a good little defense, though.
They be on the field too much.
Yeah, they do. But they have he has a good little defense that he's working with. I mean, the mistake is Brian Hoyer at quarterback. But, do you. I hope you never win a game. Ever. Never, ever.
I just looking at some other games this week. It's not the greatest of scheduling right now, but Baltimore goes to Jacksonville.
No, I'm gonna go Baltimore. I mean, Jacksonville fooled me all last year, fooled me. I mean, even after the first game, I'm like, oh man, no,
this is at Wembley
it's
Stadium.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, they can't fool me.
It's at Wembley Stadium this
They
week.
can't fool me.
They can't fool me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the London Jaguars, they send them over there every year.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Nah.
Houston plays New England in New England.
It's gonna be a bad time for Deshaun. This is gonna be one of them games where Deshaun, so he gonna get out of the system. It's gonna be one of them 4 interception games. They gonna pick Deshaun a lot.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Deshaun gonna get picked a lot, but I think they're gonna punish Brady. That defensive front, they're gonna get after him.
With Watts.
And I'm telling you, New England's offensive line, they on some different stuff this year.
Yeah.
They're not protecting him like they have.
And Brady don't have one of his blankets. Is Gronk out, or is he playing?
Nah, Gronk say he playing.
They said he day to day, so you know how that is.
All right.
He'll miss a month.
NFC South matchup.
Fragile self.
The terrible Saints versus Carolina. New Orleans
I
has
was
it.
looking at this. I'm like, man, really?
Going Cam. Going Cam simply because the Saints are awful.
They really bad.
The Saints are awful. The Saints should have traded Drew Brees like 3 years ago. No way they should have gave Drew Brees that kind of money. Are you freaking crazy?
And they once again they have one great guy on defense, and then that's it. Yeah. They have one great guy that can play defense,
Who
and
can play defense
that's it.
in San Francisco?
Cam Jordan.
Oh yeah. That thing bad in New Orleans.
It's terrible.
I'm going Cam.
I just can't pick a dude that have shoes with flowers on them, and ashy ankles. I mean,
right after the game, they rushed them guys to the podium. Man, he had time to
wear them
lotion up.
shoes.
He had time to lotion up.
Look, a hot mess.
What we got?
I picked the kitty cats because the Saints so bad, but I'm disappointed in them shoes.
We just go with our two, Atlanta and Detroit.
It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game because again, Sark on the road. He still worried me. I'm going Falcons to win this game, but I think this game gonna be closer than what people think. Cause not having Vic Beasley gonna hurt.
Tack, 98. Tack, I'm telling you.
I go with the Falcons. Last game, Dallas, Arizona.
That's gonna be a good game.
That game gonna be.
It's in Arizona.
It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them 12-9 games,
Probably.
y'all. Write it down.
Because Andy Dalton and Carson Palmer are just like
they the same guy.
They're just horrible.
Y'all notice they have played each other.
Yeah.
Cause they the same guy.
Yeah.
Carson and after Carson plays the game, he get on the flight. He gonna be Andy Dalton.
His Cincinnati uniform.
Yeah, and dye his hair. This game gonna be hard to watch, and it's a Monday night game.
I'm gonna go with Cowboys.
It's gonna be hard to watch, dog. It's gonna be Cowboys like 12-9. It's gonna be an ugly game, dog.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an ugly game.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank you, Erica. We gonna do this every week.
Yes.
She's back, everybody. She's back.
And we're working on something else for y'all.
Yeah. Be tuned. Stay tuned.
Y'all gonna see it more.
Watch that.
When we come back, man, we'll be right back.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch, move, skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
Disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Hot topics.
Man, we're going to these hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dance. If your smile is becoming you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dance has been practicing dentistry for 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190, complete family dentistry, everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. 678-836-2118. Make sure we're going to have a two-parter, so everybody stay tuned with us. The first parter is going at 8, and 9 o'clock we're going to really jump into something that's close to our heart. But the first one, Sean McAdoo went to the podium and basically said, our quarterback is terrible.
Threw a quarterback under the bus.
And we saw Bruce Arians has done it and all of that. Your thought, is it okay for coaches to criticize their players in public? Or should that be done behind closed doors, in your opinion?
Well, we're fortunate enough to be able to cover events like this. I don't think you throw them under the bus in public. I just don't think you do it. I think, and so, you know, I have a big problem anyway with having to talk about the game right after the game.
Right.
Emotions, you know, I had a 24-hour rule. Right. Emotions, everything. And then even as a coach, I got to go back. It's certain stuff you remember about the game, but you don't remember, like, the sequence of events and all that stuff. So you really have to go back and watch the film. Was Eli bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of things, because football is the ultimate team game. If they're not blocking for Eli up front, then, you know, that's going to lead to, he had drop passes last night. And again, quarterbacks, too much credit when they win, too much blame when they lose. But that's something that you do behind closed doors, because now what this does to your team camaraderie, it's sitting there like, oh, so if I make a mistake, I blow assignment, coach is going to put me out there on Front Street.
To me, when you get to that point, that's the scapegoat hot seat response to me, because now it ain't my fault.
Right.
If my quarterback makes a play, if my lineman block, well, you chose in the NFL, you chose those players.
Right.
You built this team.
Right. You keep sending them out there.
This is the team that you spent millions of dollars on. So when you do that, it goes back to, and I'm thinking about one person in particular when I heard this. Remember when Stan Van Gundy was in front of the press when Dwight was still in Orlando.
Yeah.
And he just was like, man, if Dwight don't do this, and Dwight
Yeah.
walks up on him, and he's like, yo, Stan just said you suck, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Right.
what can that do for a team? If you talking to me, if I'm Eli, and I go into the meeting today, like, dude, you just threw me up on the bus.
Right.
I got a problem with you from the start.
Right. And understand this, in the pecking order, Eli got more weight than you.
Right.
McAdoo.
Right.
Understand that. Like, so if you got a problem with Eli, run Geno Smith out there. Sorry. Why not pull if Eli's playing that bad? 'Cause again, understand that Brandon Marshall was bad.
Yeah.
The running game is terrible.
Odell's hurt, which you put
Odell's
a lot
hurt,
of,
and again,
Yeah.
Odell shouldn't have played last night.
and you put a lot of your offensive scheme around Odell.
Right, and for you to come out and say your quarterback was bad, well, how about the coaching was bad? Because again, these are the players you keep sending out there.
And I
Listen, you want to impress me? Start Geno Smith next Sunday.
Yeah.
Start him.
I mean, it's like, to me, if your coach from the Dallas comes out and say, Dak was bad, or Zeke was bad. Well, Zeke did get the ball but 9 times.
Right.
What was your scheme? You out there with the 5 wide doing that stuff. And I just looked at that when he said that. I'm like, this is game 2, Maceo.
Listen, and we've become a society now where everybody overreacts. And that like I say, that's why it's funny to see. Like I say, dude, we're not even a quarter into the season.
Right.
So everybody, no Super Bowl has been won in 2 weeks of the season or in the preseason. Why are y'all excited about 2 weeks? So many things can happen during the course of a season. We got to remember, the Giants, most of the Giant team, both Giant teams that won Super Bowl were like 9-7 during the season.
We're going to take a break, because we're going to talk about that exact thing when we come back, man, because I'm like, Giants always start slow to me, it looks like.
They always.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool, and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is big business. This is the American way.
Station Network.
See ya.
Hey, we're back, man, and we were talking about the hot topic right now. Is part 1, because we got a 2-parter, and the next one's gonna probably just a few people off, but we don't care. But
that's what we do.
Yeah, we were talking about coaches calling out players, especially if it's week 2 of the season. You're already throwing people up under the bus. To me, that's a question on your coaching. If your first thing to say is, well, Eli need to throw the ball better, when you ain't, his weapons are gone, his running game is in, and he's lost some linemen, that's coaching to me. That's when I start saying,
that's coaching, that's GM. That's an organizational problem.
And that's the best way to say it.
Yeah, I mean,
Giants have an overall problem.
Yes.
And Eli, let's be real. Eli is an average quarterback who's won 2 Super Bowls. If you look at his numbers,
ultimate team sport, baby.
He is the guy who can get hot when he's hot. He's hot. But you're going to see years where he's going to throw more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah.
This is who Eli is.
He throw them in bunches, too. When he start throwing them, he the gift that keep on giving.
Yes, his last name is Manning, but he's not Peyton. So stop it. So this is what you get with Eli.
Right.
So now, Sean, it's on you to do something to do. If you know Beckham is hurt, shouldn't the game plan be a little different?
It should. It should. I mean, again, it goes the scheme and game plan. And again, like I say, if he's so bad, I dare you to run Geno Smith out there. Geno the backup, run Geno Smith out there. I bet you won't do that.
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't do that.
Because you the one that said Geno is bad. I mean, he was bad. So usually when you say you got a bad player, you replace him.
One thing I know from the long tenure I had as a coach, I mean you don't throw your players under the bus. You so much changes. Once players know that you're gonna throw them under the bus, then you start having the trust issues. Cause now it's like, if I make a mistake, coach gonna blame me.
You got 14 games to deal with this.
Right.
And you've already done that. And we've seen in the past with Giants, they start off, they'll be 0-6 sometime and go.
Listen, like I say, both years they won Super Bowl, they were 9-7 and backdoored their way into the NFL playoffs.
It has to be, like you said, Mace. To me, if I'm a fan of this team, I'm worried it's week 2 and I already got my coach on the podium saying, pointing finger.
Clearly, it's some pressure inside that building that he has to win now. And again, these jobs, I mean, hey, 4 or 5 years at a time, and you out. Like, again.
You get hired to be fired, like we say.
Eli will last longer than you, dude. Yeah. Trust me.
Eli can walk into the Giants trophy room and said, I gave you that one.
Two of those belong to me. Like, I'm on record with 2 of those.
What about you, Coach? None?
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, yeah.
I'm good, though.
What have you done, Coach? And then you talking about a coach who, again, I don't think he has a lot of power to draft players.
Right.
His job is to coach.
Right.
Put together a game plan that will successfully keep us above 500.
If we see him do like Parcells did, I need to buy the groceries. That's next.
He don't have that kind of pull. Yeah. It won't happen for him.
Because, NFL stands for not for long.
Not for long, baby. Not for long. You'll be back to being a coordinator or a position coach.
So you're a fan of week 2 right now. And what were your main thing if you look for your team to start doing at this point? Because right now you know your team.
Right.
People got tape.
You got an idea of what your squad. I mean, now it's when you start adjusting. Okay, clearly these pages on this play sheet don't work.
Right.
And like I say, in the Giants case, what I have to realize is how effective can my offense be? What's a better way for me to run offense without looking for the home run from Odell Beckham? Because that's just what the offense been the last 2 years. Throw Odell a slant, he go 80. Throw Odell a bomb, he make a crazy play. Throw the ball on a 14-yard D route, he goes 60. Now can you methodically dial up plays to, get us in a better position to win games?
Like I said, everybody got 14 weeks. Some people already screaming Super Bowl, calm your horses. There's 14 more weeks left.
So much stuff can happen.
So much can happen. And as we see in the NFL, everybody's getting hurt a lot too.
Hey, man, you one play away, baby.
When we come back, man, we'll run to the rundown. We got some stories that didn't make this show, but we're going to talk about them. So stay with us. It's The Crush.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
Our freedom and security are made possible through the service and sacrifice of our military and first responders. The Gary Sinise Foundation provides many outreach programs supporting these brave men and women. Join us. Donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger. Create bigger, brighter school days and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
We're the Crush Rundown brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Cricket Wireless has something epic for you. Get a free select 4G LTE smartphone plus a $50 bill credit when you switch. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. Hey, man, we on this rundown, man. We about to get into some of these stories that didn't make the show. Hey, Still, what you got, man?
Man, my first story, Washington Nationals pitcher Matt Scherzer becomes the 4th pitcher ever to rack up 250 strikeouts in 4 straight seasons.
Wow.
He is tossing that rock, and the Washington Nationals are going to need him down the stretch.
Yeah.
Gonna need him.
Yeah, I just hope Dutch can get a little farther, man.
Yeah.
But he still got them Dodgers sitting in the corner. You
Yeah,
know they
well,
just.
we'll see.
It's been interesting with them.
We'll see.
Kevin Durant decides to apologize for his tweets about how bad the Thunder team is. He said
He has a fake Twitter page.
He threw up the fake.
He has 2 accounts.
But he didn't know how to handle them, so
he forgot to switch one back.
So he shows him Kevin Durant making a comment about it. And basically the comments were if it weren't for us, that team would be horrible.
This guy has too much time on his hand. He spends a lot of time. Kevin Durant is one of those guys that if you catch him at the right time with the right tweet, he will tweet you back.
Do we give him too many passes, though?
He's a nice guy.
But he do stuff like this a lot more now.
He's the anti-LeBron. You know, you got LeBron became the villain.
Yeah.
KD is the good guy.
Because, you know, him and his partner, Curry, they seem to get a little bit more stuff that certain people can't say.
Right,
and
right.
Not just LeBron, but there's still some villains out there. If they say it, like Russell Westbrook said this,
yeah,
they'd be like, see, he with them bad clothes on. And
yeah.
So they'd be like,
KD, one of those guys. I mean, for whatever reason, everybody loves him.
Wow.
Everybody loves Kevin.
What you got, man?
Hey, man, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, they honored Joe Madden with a tribute video. Really? His first game back at Tropicana Field, man. Yeah, so he
comes for the Cubs.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. So he was the one that kind of got that program up and running. And hey,
and for a few years
he had him legit. He had a young team. They didn't spend a lot of money, but he definitely a good communicator.
The Longoria years, Evan
Longoria.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Miami Dolphins have suspended Lawrence Timmons. His brother here.
He done fell out the deep end.
Check on this brother.
Yeah, man.
He disappeared this weekend. He went AWOL for the weekend on a Saturday before the game.
These guys, man.
And they said that he was saying that, they don't really know why. I mean, there was rumors saying that he didn't like what was going on with the squad and all that. But he was out. Now they suspended him indefinitely because they pissed right now.
Yeah.
They paid this guy 2 years.
Yeah, and they holding that check, too.
Yeah.
They holding that check.
Ray Maluga would be probably his replacement during the suspension.
He's still in. Okay.
I said he's a vet. I forgot I put that. NFL vet, Ray Maluga.
He's still in the league. Wow, okay.
We'll be replacing him while he's out.
Without a doubt.
What you got, man?
Hey, man, often suspended wide receiver Jalen Strong. He was claimed off waivers by the Jacksonville Jaguars. We know the Jaguars had a couple of injuries to the wide receiver position this weekend. Hey, guys, stay healthy. You may get the call. Now, Jalen Strong is a guy who's been popped a couple of times for the weed, which caused him to be unemployed in Houston. But, I mean, hey, he stayed in shape. Big body guy. Arizona State guy. I remember when he came out, they say he was going to be the next Calvin Johnson. See how that went. Yeah, moving on.
Keep trying to compare people.
Right.
Let them get in there.
Let him be great.
Jesus, stop comparing people, man.
Yes.
Kyrie Irving said, and he was on First Take, I ain't owe LeBron a call.
He's absolutely right.
He said, I went to Boston. And I don't, he said, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think you owe people a problem. You got to make your business decisions.
He don't, man. He rich.
Yeah.
And he's a star.
But see, and my thing is that, teams be wanting that type of respect, but teams don't give you that respect when they trade you.
No loyalty in sports anymore.
Yeah,
it went out the door.
So all this, I'm going to call my homeboy. Like, to this point, when Kevin Garnett, but Ray didn't let me know. Ray had to let you know, dog. Where were y'all at when he was in that locker room with Rondo? Where was the love at then? Y'all was letting Rondo do what they wanted to.
Hey, man, it's crazy.
You just got to protect you. You're a brand now. Kyrie's a brand.
Kyrie a brand. Like, dog, I don't want to be around that no more.
Yeah.
And I don't have to consult LeBron, not the owner. He's not the GM. Well, he is the GM, but he's not the GM. He ain't signing the checks.
He ain't the.
He the de facto.
He might have a different name and sign the check.
Yeah, man, he ain't signing them checks, man. You weren't with me when I was shooting in the gym.
What you got, man?
Hey, man, my fantasy league just took a hit. Cleveland Brown wide receiver Corey Coleman has been placed on injured reserve, man. He's not eligible to return back to the league till week 11.
Wow.
This guy can't stay healthy.
Let me ask you something real quick. Just take a quick break on that before we move to the next. Are some players just injury prone?
Dude, it's not enough contact. These guys, listen, they get hit in the game because they've been tackled all week.
And the reason why I asked that, I looked at the Green Bay game.
Yeah.
And at the end,
dropping like flies.
The same two that's always hurt every year.
Always, yeah. Hurt.
From 18, Cobb.
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
Or hurt again. And I just looked and I said, is it just certain players? I mean, you're right. More people are dropping than normal.
Right.
But then it's always, like you just talked, you got now. Yeah. Every year it's like.
Corey Coleman, once again, last year, it was a foot and a hamstring.
Right.
Now it's his hand. When he come back, what it's going to be? It's going to be his elbow.
Right. I just look at that and I'm like,
man,
what are you training? Are you training different?
I mean, these jokers tender, man. All y'all running through these ladders, I better go lift some weights.
Y'all look good running them ladders and catch you with one hand.
Ladder.
Catch you with one hand. You better do your job.
Stop.
Hey, man, this story was kind of interesting. A confidential report has come out that said that half of the teams, nearly half, lost money last year in the NBA. Lost money last year.
They cooking the books, man. Don't believe that.
They're saying.
Don't believe it.
They're saying there are people having struggling and getting. Now, of course, this was taken prior to that share that they get because the money does get shared.
Don't believe it.
But it's very interesting that they're trying to put this. And look, it's funny how confidential stuff seems to leak out.
Don't believe it.
It's always funny.
Because you know what the NBA TV deal was, right?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, like $6 billion.
The new deal.
And then you know what Nike paid to furnish the uniforms.
Well,
a couple of more billions.
You need to add about $18 billion to the NBA deal.
Okay, so that was 24 billion. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's always funny they come up with these confidential reports. So yeah, don't believe the hype.
Yeah, nah, they cooking the books, man.
Chef Curry just made what, 400?
Man,
40 billion.
They cooking the books, man.
They good. We're about to take a quick station identification. We'll be right back, so stay with us.
Well, you'll see what happens. Sensation Station Network.
Woo! The second hour. Hey, I forgot. I'm sorry about that. I kind of got confused. I hear that song. Just get a little confused. Hey, man, we going to the second hour of the show right now. You listen to The Crush on Sensation Station Network and also on WBLZSports.com. The second hour is brought to you by the Cobb Football League. It's a The Cobb Football League provides a high school feeder youth football and cheer program for kids in K through 5th grade in Cobb County, Paulding County, Marion City, and Roswell City Schools. Go to cobbfootball.com. Make sure my boy JJ Larry from Lincoln County I played with said, JJ, they said these guys need to do some Harrison workouts, some Jane Harrison workouts.
JJ was the throwing quarterback.
No, that's his cousin.
That's his cousin.
Yeah.
That was okay.
JJ was a receiver, punt returner. One of his greatest plays, shout out to you, JJ, was playing our rival. It was 0-0. They kicked off to him. He picks it up, takes it to the house, and we win that game against our rival. That dude. One of the greatest games in Lincoln County here. Shout out to our boy JJ.
I'll still be at 7-Eleven telling this story.
I might have told it wrong, but it lives in folklore. Makes sense.
So every time you tell it, the yardage get longer.
Oh yeah, it was 110 yards.
Yeah, man. I ran that thing back by 160. Yeah.
He said, that many yards? Shout out to my boy JJ. But yeah, man, they need to do something, JJ. They need to work something, Mason.
Yeah, man. Man, I go hang out with Jane Harrison like for real. And like, dude,
what
I want to play forever.
Yo, when we push this 1,000 box.
I tell you, man, these ladder drills, man.
You know what, man? They need to get you know what they need to get with your boy.
He go crazy, man. But they'll be able to play through that.
JJ said I was right. It was about 106 yards.
There you go.
What you got, Mace, man?
Hey, man, the screams for Butch Jones are getting louder and louder. It's a famous rock out there in Knoxville. Somebody went and painted 5 Butch Jones on it. 5 Fire Butch Now. Butch got to win, man. Butch has to win now. He has to win now.
But see, here's the thing about Butch. You lose game like you lost Saturday. Dude.
No excuse.
It's not time on the clock. You let the...
No excuse, man.
As a coach, Maceo, this is when you...
Heels on the goal line.
Like Erica...
They got to come here.
Like Erica gets, still talks about it. And Shanahan was a butt when he did it. But I'm sitting there like, when does the head coach say...
Right.
Hold on. Everybody
get
back.
You the coordinator, but guess what? It's an executive decision right here.
Butch should have been like, hold on. Everybody get back.
It's an executive decision right here.
That's what I that's my thing. So yeah, it's hot. He can't lose to Georgia. He can't lose to.
But he gotta win now.
You know what game gets him fired?
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt gets him fired.
You better not lose to the folk down the street.
Vanderbilt gets him fired.
Better not lose. Not lose.
Quick story, man. Update that we just talked about in our hot topic was about coaches. Eli says, "Coach, no, I can take it. I deserve some criticism after the rough start."
That's because Eli's a professional.
That's what he had a shirt and tie on. He said,
Eli's a professional, man.
Eli said, I deserve that.
He's
man.
from the Manning school. Listen, Archie ain't raised no fools.
Eli said, he know I can take it. I'm wrong.
But on the bat phone back there, Archie like, hey, y'all know we finna fire him, right? So
Archie at the meeting.
Don't be fooled. Archie is / Tony Soprano. If you don't believe me, remember the NFL draft when Eli like, listen, we not going there.
Who made that call?
We not going there.
Archie made that call. Archie said
we're not going to San Diego. I don't care how pretty it is. We're not going.
But
it's New York or bust. Don't get found sleeping with the fishes.
With the 10th pick, it's been a trade. Eli Manning
out of here.
Going to the Giants.
Out of here.
And with that pick, we picked Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you, San Diego?
Yeah. Very interesting. What you got, man?
An event we will be at this weekend. Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas paired together for the first round of the Tour Championship.
What time they kick with tee off? We got to be there when they tee off.
Yeah, we got to be there when they tee off, man. You got to definitely be there when they tee off, man. I'm just looking forward to seeing the gear everybody gonna have on. Yeah,
the Crush will be at the Tour Championship.
Yeah, man. So the boys, man.
First 2 days we'll be there.
We cover soccer, we cover golf, we cover tennis, man. We multifaceted, baby.
I'm wearing me gloves.
Yeah. Everybody, listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna be sure. I'm putting out the Tiger Woods collection.
We come back, man. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kier from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch. Move. Skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
Uncle Dan?
Mom? Dad?
If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside. Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey, girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace.
Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, brought to you by Rocket Sports One. It's not for the mediocre. Rocket Sports One is the fitness gear you use to skyrocket your life. Go to rocketsports-1.com to get your gear. And what's that motto, Maceo?
Rock the rocket.
And rock the rocket, people. Hey, man, we are right now into That's What I'm Talking About, where we get to talk about the good things going on in the sports world. Maceo, you want to start it off, man?
Man, real quick, man, that's what I'm talking about. To SWAC Offensive Player of the Week, Lenoris Footman. Man, this kid had a career-high 424-yard passing, 3 touchdowns, and then he even caught a touchdown.
That's when you're doing everything.
How you love that?
That's when you're doing
everything. Got to show the HBCU some love, man. I got a tweet and a text. Hey, man, you used to do an HBCU report. I'm like, man, look, we still do it. Yeah. But, again, wanted to show some love to that guy out there, man.
Yeah, man. We love y'all, man.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah, but, man, y'all don't answer the phone, though. But Lenoris Footman, that's what I'm talking about.
You said I didn't.
Right.
Hey, I'm starting off with a player, too, that I know. Bryson Armstrong of Kennesaw State University. He won Defensive Player of the Week against Alabama State this week. He had 15 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception, and a forced fumble at his linebacker position. I know Bryson personally. I coached him when he was a young kid. But here's the thing also. We always tell everybody on Wednesdays, which is the Recruit 101 show, love who love you. He had one offer.
One offer, baby.
Kennesaw State. He sat out as a red shirt last year. Now he's Player of the Week. Freshman of the Week last week.
Right.
Defensive Player of the Week for the Big South this week. There's nothing wrong with being a red shirt and love who love you. I don't know how many times we got to say that, man. Make sure how many times you got to say it, though.
I don't understand why y'all out there chasing waterfalls, man. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Wow, you went with the whole chorus.
Yeah, I was listening to TLC today.
You went the whole chorus on that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, I saw you posted today. Don't be afraid to be a red shirt. There's nothing wrong with it.
Listen, man, I had to talk somebody off the ledge today. Kid think it was the end of the world because he getting red shirt. Like, dude, it's the best thing that's happening to you. You don't understand the shit.
I mean, Bryson took a year off. He sat on the sideline. He wore shorts and T-shirts for a whole year.
He sure did. But he took advantage of his downtime.
He played it downtime.
Got bigger, stronger, faster.
And now he's starting.
And he probably ahead in the classroom.
Boy. But we can't. Y'all don't want to listen to what you got, Mason. Keep going, man.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about to North Carolina A&T, man. The Aggies Aggie Pride. They got a big win over the weekend. They beat a FBS school.
Yeah.
They beat it's still University of Charlotte, but they beat them. And they're moving up the national polls.
Yeah.
They're listen. If you're serious about football and you want to play in the MEAC, hey man, North Carolina A&T ain't no bad look, man.
Yeah.
Just look at Tariq Cohen.
And let's see, and be honest with you, let's see this week, because Georgia State goes to UNC Charlotte this week.
They do go to UNC Charlotte.
Let's see what they do.
Let's see what they do.
Let's compare the day.
Let's compare and contrast, without a doubt.
Chris Long, that's what I'm talking about, would donate 6 game check this season to fund scholarships in his hometown of Charlottesville, Virginia. That's his way of combating the racist things that happened this summer when they had that on Virginia's campus. And he's saying, all right, you know what? My first 6 game checks are going to help provide scholarships to kids out there. So his game checks are nice. So that's what I'm talking about, Chris Long. Keep it going, man. Got anything else, man?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, Jerry Jones. Thank you for ruining my week. But still I smile, and still I rise.
That's a backhanded.
That's a backhanded. That's what I'm talking about. I just wanted to get that out, man, because, I get so many texts and phone calls. And like I say, y'all, I'm taking the high road this year. I'm not going back and forth, But I am going to make sure I always post my red cup. I take blame for the game Sunday.
You did say that.
Because I didn't. I was too busy. I was busy competing.
You did say that.
In the Precision Athletic Performance Championship games that we won.
You did say that.
Yeah, and I forgot to post the picture. So I will make sure that I post the picture next, it'll be Monday.
Yeah, you got to do it Monday.
It'll be Monday night. So, I will post it, Cowboy Nation. I'm sorry.
And we talked about this guy yesterday, man. I ended with this. Joe Thomas, that's what I'm talking about. 10,000 snaps in a row.
Wow.
Has never missed a snap in his career.
10,000? Wow.
Guys, y'all understand, he played left tackle for the Browns.
He played left tackle.
Which is where you get your best defensive end.
When you get the best defensive end, and he plays in Cleveland. He got to fight not only a bad team, but bad weather, the winds coming off that lake.
Cleveland probably come to him and say, man, can we trade you to a good team? Because you just done so much. He said, no, I'm going to stay here, man.
I'm going to stay here.
You do so much for us. Can we trade you? No.
Right.
I'm going to stay
right,
here.
Right. Can we give you like $5 more million just for you hanging around and babysitting Johnny Manziel and all the other quarterbacks that we've had come through here?
Yeah. Because I think it's just, everybody understand that's a tough position to play, man.
That's tough, man.
And real quick, one more, make sure I want to give a shout out to our guy. I know it's early in the high school season, but Mario Allen, I have to give you credit.
Hey, man.
You left a program, and he's a high school coach at Banneker High School.
Banneker High School, 4-0 in these streets, South Side.
And I don't want to jinx him. We don't want to jinx him. Not jinx him. Because it's a longer season. He got 6 more games to play. But when we talked to him, we felt him saying, dog, I got a good team.
He brought structure to a program. And sometimes that's what programs need.
And people, y'all got to realize he left a area.
He left a fine old machine
to take over this
and
program.
School system too. As cousin Kerwin, he was one of the Banneker greats at quarterback. He checked in Thompson one time for BHS. Trojans, get behind that man. Fill the stadium up.
Fill the stadium.
Got your own stadium.
You got a program, guys.
Fill it up.
Go support him. When we come back, man, me and May still got another hot topic we're going to talk about. All coaches jump on. Jump into it.
Here we go.
Stay with us. It's The Crush.
This is Bobby Yoller from the Ohio State. I'm kicking it with The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
We're back, man, and we're going to tackle on something that is kind of near and dear to both our hearts. So we're not doing this to step on your toes. Yeah, it's going to step on some toes, but we're doing this because we have a concern about some things. So make sure talk to us about what the topic is, man.
So it has come to light. Organization in Atlanta decided that they were going to play an 11-year-old kid at running back in an 8-year-old game, 8 and under game. Utterly ridiculous, everybody. Youth sports is supposed to be about the development of these kids. It's not about wins and losses. I coached high school football 14 years, everybody.
Right.
Never once, with all the college coaches I talked to, never once have they ever asked about your little league career. Never, ever, ever. When did winning in Little League become so important that you got to go out and get kids that are too old to play against little kids?
Right.
Youth sports is supposed to be about fun.
Right.
You know, I just don't understand what has changed, and shame on everybody who feels like you have to win that bad. It's terrible, man. Like, you should really be locked up. It should have nothing to do with sports. You don't know anything about sports if you feel like you got to win that bad, that you're going to put kids out there who can hurt other kids. You too big to be out there, and I showed you the clip. It's utterly ridiculous, man.
The biggest concern is that we have become so – everybody wants to be a great coach. Everybody wants to win at that level so bad that they forget about what you should be teaching to those kids at that time, and that is teaching the game of football and teaching fundamentals. If your concern is about how much you want to win a 6 and under football game, that you go get an 11-year-old kid or an 8 and under football game, you really don't need to be coaching.
Shouldn't be coaching.
The program should have a suspension. I have a concern that while this game was going, if you have a league that's supposed to be controlling this,
right?
Why didn't the league step in?
Right.
If I'm the commissioner or whatever this league, hold on. I just saw this big kid run over this 8-year-old, stop the game. Where he come from?
Right.
you can't get to the point where you see everybody want to be Friday Night Tykes. Everybody wants to be the coach. How many Friday Night Tykes? I get concerned when I saw it when they would run a kid 20, 30 times in a football game.
Little Mizell is gonna be no good to nobody's high school.
When he gets to high school, he's gonna be tired. He's gonna be exhausted, and the kid's gonna get the same size as him. Gonna be like, dude, I remember you.
That's the thing that people don't factor in. We all play youth sports. Right. You're always gonna have a kid who's gonna start out gonna be bigger, stronger, faster.
Right.
But everybody levels off. Skills as kids get older, some kids mature faster than others.
Right.
We understand that. But at some point, everybody's gonna get strong. And then a lot of times those kids end up falling to the wayside. Yeah. Because their skill set has tapped out. But again, what type of parent, what type of adult, you're supposed to be responsible for kids. What type of person are you when you feel like, dude, I gotta get a not 1 year older, 3 years older than some 8 and under kids? That's ridiculous.
I'm a little concerned as well about the parent of the kid who let the little kid go out
there. Who
there.
let the little kid go out there? Because as a child, children only going to do what parents allow them to do. With adults. As a coach, to get to be called the word coach is a responsibility type thing.
I took it seriously because, and we talk about this a lot, Maceo. Let's just be real about something. The team that this happened on is part of the park ball that you talk about a lot.
Right. It's a lot has been said.
It's a park ball mentality.
Right.
I'm in Cobb County, and we call what we call the feeder program.
Right.
Where the kids that grow up in certain schools. So if you grow up in the Kell High School District, you play for that.
Right.
To be able to play for the school district, you must present birth certificate, where you're staying.
Right.
All of this. So when you get on that field, you must be eligible. That's eligibility criteria.
Right.
Coaches have to be certified.
Right.
Just because you say, I want to coach my son, well, you got to go through this step,
Right.
Present your information. We do a background check on you.
Right.
All of that is happening before you step on the field, and you have to have a badge that says you're certified.
Right.
Our mentality is different because we know not only that. So when I used to coach that, I took it seriously that I could coach a Taylor Hinkle or a Brian Randolph who were 8th graders, because I want them to go to the high school level and show me that I can say, hey, man, I had a piece of that when he got to high school.
Right.
My job wasn't, I like winning, and we won a lot. But my job was also, I wanted to.
Development.
When you see a kid, and me and you see a kid I used to coach, it ain't saying, I don't even know him. Nah, hey, coach, what's going on?
Right.
We used to love when you did this, coach, because that was what I wanted.
Right.
You talk about all the time. I am so concerned that these coaches worry about winning, and me and you are tagged in a lot of stuff, Macy.
All the time. All the time.
I get concerned when I see prizes at the end of games.
Right. Right.
And they are cash prizes. I saw a video one time that just literally made me almost throw up when the kids were running through a banner, and a coach had his kids run and meet them running out the banner.
Right. Terrible. And so much of this goes back to, and I say it all the time, so many of the guys that are coaching these young kids know nothing about the sport.
Right.
They know nothing about sport, because if you knew anything about the sport, certain drills you wouldn't do, certain concepts you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
You don't go get educated. You can't sit in front of a TV and say, I'm gonna run this. Like I say, I remember my little cousin was playing it, and I'm not gonna call the park out, but I sat there and I watched practice, and I just got concerned because I'm like, Coach, what are y'all doing?
Right.
He was like, oh man, we running spread. I say, well, if y'all running spread, what is the quarterback reading?
Right.
And he said, what you mean what we reading? I told my cousin, man, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, park recreation is about the development, and this where we lose correlation. We always want to talk about the high school coaches in the city and in these surrounding areas. When you don't have a true feeder program, high school coaches spend the first year with those kids unlearning all of the dumb stuff you taught these kids. You're not teaching them no fundamentals. All you giving them is aggression. They're going to take 15-yard penalty. Dog, they are killing program. Meanwhile, Cobb and Gwinnett, they can go and see what the 6th grader gonna look like and already project, okay, we're gonna move him to this position.
Right.
we have to stop what we're doing, and we have to merge the park and the high school. Other than that, stop expecting the city coaches and, as you say, ITP to win state championship. It's not going to happen.
When we come back, man, we're going to talk more about that, because the concern is if we're not allowing high school coaches, which I hope they do get involved with where they're leading, you might have a fall off on football. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we come back.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
Enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
We're back, man. We are in a subject, or we're talking about something about youth football and how intense should you be. Right now, we got a call on the phone, Maceo.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on?
Yo, Maceo Glaze, Eric, I'm crushing on the show.
What's up, Mike?
And y'all dropping some knowledge tonight.
Hey, man, we kind of passionate about our kids, man. That's one thing we care passionate about.
Yeah, man, we got to fix this stuff, man. We got to fix it.
You know what I'm saying, Mike? Because, you know, if these kids could help, you know, I'm not in the inner city, but I like to see when schools do well, like your high school's doing well right now. Mike from Banneker, right? You from Banneker, right?
Oh, yeah, Banneker. We trying to make some noise this year.
So we want you to get kids in your area that's going to help you out in the future, right?
Without a doubt.
And that just has to be from Park Ball, man. It's got to be better, man. It's got to be better, Mike.
We got to fix it, Mike. We got to fix it.
Let me ask you this, Mike, before while you're here. Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh. You liking your team this week, man?
Yeah, I think hopefully Georgia Tech can handle business this weekend, so that'll be good. So.
Yeah, y'all should be Pittsburgh. I'm looking for that offense to churn up about 500 yards total offense.
My second question, Mike. Atlanta goes to Detroit this week.
Atlanta goes to Detroit this week.
Yeah. What you liking?
Yeah, pulling for Atlanta, but we'll see. I'm still mad about February 5th.
Oh,
I can tell your voice, man.
So.
Let it go, Mike. Let it go, Mike. We appreciate the love,
I just can't let it go, man. I can't let it go.
Thanks for the call, Mike.
Appreciate you, call.
All right.
What number did Mike call us?
Mike called the show at 678-613-5857.
We were talking about it, man, about the Park Ball. And for who watch the show, I am in an area called Cobb County, which is northeast of Atlanta, northwest, in my area. And we started a feeder program about 15 years ago. Because I've been coaching. I coached 10, so it's been going on about 15 years ago. We started the feeder program. And we knew that we needed to do it so that it could be. So we go to me and Maceo have had the pleasure. Is it 2 or 3 years now? We went to Corky Kell.
3 years, Corky Kell.
The Corky Kell.
Right.
And the one thing we always notice is that when they brought their kids in, they were bringing their youth as well.
They bring the youth program, and the youth programs are dressed just like the high school.
Everybody's dressed the same.
Everybody is dressed the same.
So when I hear this and I hear about our friends, that we got a lot of friends inside the, in the perimeter in Atlanta, and they're talking about, well, we won this bowl and this bowl and this bowl. That's cool. But then I'm seeing stories like this happening. And then I see money attached to it. And if you're going to make money off of it, why don't you make it to help? And I got to give my boy Dwayne credit. If you can put that money into training instead.
Right.
And that's something I'm looking at what he posted on yours is you have to do something to make the kids, because after a while they're not going to want to play the game.
They're not going to want to play. Again,
and if I'm not mistaken, 2 kids got injured by that dude, right?
Two kids got injured. And again, for the parents of that team to know you guys out there playing with a player that's too old.
Right.
Y'all are cheering this on like I showed you the clip. You can hear people cheering. Yeah. What is there to cheer about?
Yeah.
Like everybody should be ashamed of themselves.
Right.
Cause I know if my child was out there, bruh, I might go out there and tackle that kid. I'm gonna tackle the coach. I'm gonna be like, bruh, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think that's when, I hate when parents step on the field. That age, I can see if parents saw that, come on.
Yeah, like, dog, we getting off the field. Like, why am I gonna subject my 8-year-old child to trying to hit a kid who's 3 times his age?
Because let's go through the levels. The referee see this guy.
Right.
Nobody says this. Shout out to the ref that was talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Coaches see this. Nobody says anything. The park program sees this. No, I'm taking my kid off the field at that point because you ain't caring about what going to happen to my kid.
And again, how bad do you want to win a game on Saturday that nobody will remember?
I remember we had a kid when we was coaching 8th grade. He was way bigger than everybody.
Right.
We knew he wasn't going to play running back in high school.
Yeah.
He was that big.
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision. I said, how do I stop him? I said, you know what? Got to chop the tree down.
Yeah.
We all were the same. He was legitimately 13.
Right.
Even though I questioned it to the day, I thought he was about 16. But they say he was 13. They pulled paperwork on him.
Mm.
So I said, we had to figure out a way to protect my kids. So I had to teach them how to tackle this dude.
Yeah.
I said, one of us going to blitz, hold him, slow him down, because he wasn't that fast. He just ran over everybody.
We're going to rally.
Because we don't want him to get down that hill and run over my guy.
Right, and can't nobody stop him after that.
You can't tell an 8-year-old that. Because the 8-year-old be like, I'm just trying to, coach going to get mad at me if I don't make this play.
And in this clip, this kid is like just bouncing off people. And like, we getting people say, it's been like that in the city for too many years. When somebody going to blow the whistle? Like, we are all allowing it to happen. If y'all at parks every Saturday and y'all know this going on, why do you continue to sign your kids up? Why are kids still playing? Why ain't nobody blew the whistle on this shit? Because what it's going to take for a kid to get knocked out or a kid to get paralyzed? We got to stop being reactive and be proactive on this kind of stuff. We got to be.
Quit saying it's always been that way.
Stop saying it.
We've always led with our helmet, and we stupid for it now.
Right.
Stop saying that. If you can change it, change it. And that's what we got to talk about. We'll be right back.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We're more connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you gonna do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You don't know the power of the Sensation Station Network. The power.
We're back, man. We're still talking about these feeder programs and this youth. And what I want to talk about, Maceo, and we can chime in as well, is feeder programs. And we talk about it a lot. And I didn't know nothing about it. I came from Lincoln County. Lincoln County was a small town, so we had a natural feeder program.
Right.
Because we didn't compete against other cities or counties. It was just, you knew my high school was Lincoln County.
Right, right.
So when I get to Atlanta, I was a little confused about how y'all went to which school. It was like, in this area went to this? And I mean, the school was so close together. Like Mays and Doug.
Right.
Right down the street from each other.
Right.
And, you know, and I'm sitting there, but did you go to Washington? Did you? I went to Washington. Why? Because I stayed right there.
Right.
Or it could be, I didn't understand it. So when I moved to Cobb, I get out there, and it's still a little bit the same, but they were a little spread.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more spread.
Right.
It's not on top of each other. You know, that schools around the corner from each other, they're not that tight. And then we started talking about these feeder programs. So I was like, so it was like, basically, if you stay in these zip codes in this district,
right,
you got to play for this team. So if you play in the KL district, you're a KL Longhorn. If you are Lassiter, you're Lassiter Trojan. And what we were able to do in doing that, now with feeder programs, coaches get involved.
Right.
And not regular coaches. I'm talking high school coaches. So they come in and say, hey, man, this is the defense we run. Can you work on it with them? Yeah, I run that defense. Yeah, what's the defense? 3-3-5. I ran at KL. We had 3 different coordinators. I ran 3 different defenses. I ran a 3-4, a 3-3-5, and a 43. And I had to learn them each year. And I had to teach them because that defense coordinator was the coach at the time.
Right.
So it taught me how to teach them fundamentals, how to work it, how to see vision. The first play I ever coached in a different at 3-3-5 was Brown Randolph. He played linebacker his whole year coming up to me. His 8th grade year, I said, we got to put you in safety. All the coaches said we got to put him in safety. That was his first true year playing free safety.
Right.
Was with me.
Right.
And the defense that we ran. So we ran him at free safety. We taught him all the fundamentals. Found out, went to the Tennessee as a safety because we taught him.
He learned.
From 8th, 9th, 10th, and everything.
And one of the things, what I like about that Cobb Football League is the fact that these kids, they all grew up playing together, so they've already developed that camaraderie. So they're going to be teammates from the park all the way till they graduate high school. And we played in a lot of playoff games. I've been blessed enough to play in a lot of playoff games. And when you go outside the city, when you go down into the country, what you realize, and when you go work these camps, you find out that a lot of these programs, the traditional power programs, they've watched these kids since they were at the park.
Right.
And I remember one of the things that Coach Cantrell was big about was for us, because we didn't have a feeder program at Douglas.
Right.
We had to get up in the morning, put our jogging suits on, and we had to go to park games. You had to go to middle school games because we didn't have a natural feeder, so we had to be able to be out there in the streets.
Right.
And like even now, Sandtown, I talked to a couple of parents from Sandtown today and a couple of parents, a couple of parents at Sandtown. They hadn't seen any high school coaches.
Wow.
And this is what I'm saying. You can't assume, because you don't have a feeder program, you can't assume that these kids are just coming to your school. Because like I said, so with us at Douglas, so you had Adamsville, and you had Ben Hill, and you had Cascade. But you might get 2 kids from Ben Hill, 2 kids from Adams Park, and then 3 kids from somewhere else.
Right.
So all of the kids, when you talk about all these championship teams, they don't benefit nobody because all of the kids break up.
Right.
Like say, so you had a kid like Trey, God bless, who played at Ben Hill, ended up all the way at Creekside. He skipped 3 high schools to get to Creekside.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know, it's just, we have to have feeder programs. And if we don't, again, stop talking about what city coaches can't coach. Y'all not helping them.
Right. And that's why
you're not feeding them talent.
I say to this day, what Mays was able to do to get to the dome,
boy,
was a miracle.
It was a
straight miracle. We'll be right back.
Radio 2.
Atlanta. Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We're more connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids, but we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
And so a new American industry has been born. Sensation Station Network.
We're going to the Crush Recap, brought to you by Blunt Power. The Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about Blunt Power. Going to their website at bluntpower.com. And wait a minute. Going to the website, bluntpower.com.
Their Facebook page.
Facebook or Twitter page at Blunt Power.
There you go.
I was just, sorry guys, I was kind of thinking about these programs. And I'm glad we took the time on that. Because trust us, we're going to get more involved. If people
we have to.
We're going to start doing something. Because like I said, I've had the pleasure of being able to coach in one. So I kind of took advantage. I kind of take it for granted. Because you know what, one of our guys, Corey, his son is going through McEachin right now.
Going through McEachin. Think about when McEachin invited us out to McEachin Day.
Yeah.
And they had every program dressed like McEachin. Yeah. They had every program on the field because these kids get to envision themselves at that age. One day I'm gonna be at the high school.
I'm at the high school.
We were able to see the 6th grade quarterback, the 7th grade quarterback, the 8th grade quarterback. They're solid for the next few years at McEachin.
Quick story. Brendan Langley, who's now the 3rd round pick at Denver this year. He came through the feeder program. He went through Cale. He was able through the same program to see his brother, who's now, you saw the highlight tape. He went through, I coached him as well. So now, if you get a good program, usually you're going to have the same coaches coaching for years. Like our guy, Nick Cavadellas, he's been coaching there for 15 years. So now you get this teacher and wear that Cale Longhorn for all your life, and you can be proud about your school.
Right.
In feeder, you could be this school, you could be this club or whatever it is, and then when you get to a school, what school I'm picking. It's like a draft choice out there for you.
Yeah, it's tough because, like I said, you have to, man, we used to have to go, like say, we had to make sure, we had to make our presence known at Ben Hill, had to make a presence known at Santown. Because at Mr. Chan, we might get those kids.
Right.
We had to go to Adamsville. Wow. Then you had to go, like, dude, you would hit 3-4 parks today. Not to mention, you got to go to the middle school games.
Let me ask you this, and since we closing out the show, should APS think about getting involved?
At some point, they have to.
Okay.
At some point, they have to.
Here's the crazy thing. North Fulton is already involved. No, part of our Georgia middle school program, the conference, is North Fulton schools.
Wow.
Alpharetta, all those schools, Roswell. They're part of that. So they have feeders in Roswell and Alpharetta and all those schools. Centennial, all those schools.
Everybody everybody has to put the egos down now.
Right.
For recreation football, listen, it doesn't matter about wins and losses. We have to get back to developing the kids. The high school coaches and the feeder and the park coaches have to put egos aside, and they have to sit down together and draw a map, make a line, and decide what school's going to feed into. Until we do that, again, you're going to get 2 kids from Ben Hill, 3 kids from Collier Park. Just think about it. Back in the day, Collier Park was split between Doug and Harper.
Right.
So Bobby Olive, David Lockhart, and Albert Huntley could have easily went to Harper. Wow. They went to Doug.
Wow.
It's that crazy.
That's the end of our show this week. Stay tuned, man. We got 100 proof coming up with our guy Jay Wesley.
100 proof.
But hey, man, we gonna definitely talk about this more. We're gonna be involved. You might see it because something got to be done. Thanks to our girl Erica. It's the Falcons Report. You'll hear it every week, right here, and some other things going on. Shout out to Prime back there. Prime do 18 shows
on the ones
Tuesday.
and twos.
I think about 8 shows
on the wheels of steel.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Mace.
Hey, man, good job today, sir.
Hey, man, enjoyed that talk. Guys, I'm never going to be impressed walking into your house and you tell me I won all these youth football championships.
Man, we the 4-time French ski champions.
We're going to walk away like,
stop.
The next word you hear, okay then. We'll be right. We'll see y'all tomorrow.